Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Saint-Tropez and to the Longines Athena Onassis Horse Show for the 5th Grand Prix of the Longines Global Champions Tour season here. In this Grand Prix we have got lots of champions, returning champions. All of the latest champions are present in this Grand Prix. Ben Meer is the 2018 winner. Amalie Bayard-Jansen did it only just last year on the great H&M Indiana, with whom she qualified once again for this Grand Prix. First look at what Grégory Baudot has built. Baudot, the French course designer, has taken out his pencil and paper and his tape measure and brought out this Grand Prix course. It is Abdel Said with Bon Ami. Helps her well, there, strong riding from Said, and then she handles the vertical beautifully. 5 to get home, drifts to the outside, extra stride, the time is too slow! He is too slow, 73.48. Abdel Said is caught by the time allowed. Olivier Philipparts. 5 podium finishes, but still waiting for that first victory. Philipparts, 2018 he was clear, 2023 he is as well, and there it is. Massive performance from legend and from Olivier Philipparts. Just a second inside the time allowed, a little bit less. Simon Delestre, but also the number 3 of the Doha Grand Prix. His life partner on Kiss and Cry. Delestre is fast and Delestre is clear and Delestre has all the luck on his side, but on the board stands a big 0, and so Simon Delestre will qualify once again for the jump off of the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Ramatuelle Saint-Tropez, and will join that very fast mare, H&M Legend of Love, with a very fast Olivier Philipparts. Julien Epaillard comes riding in the ring with Donatello Doge. Lots of control for the 7 strides to the upright. Final line and is good for the clock and good for the time. Julien Epaillard, Donatello Doge. Delestre is already clear and is the master of faster going to join them. He is 69.79. There you have it. It is Philipparts, it is Delestre, and it is now Julien Epaillard. Michael van der Vleuten comes next with Beauville Z and OP. Screaming through that triple combination for Beauville to put in a little bit of extra effort as he feels that the oxes are getting wide. Edwina Topps-Alexander is a 2-time Longines Global Champions Tour champion, a multi-Grand Prix winner. And the last Grand Prix that we rode on the tour in Madrid. And how is she for the clock? Edwina Topps-Alexander is fighting and fighting. Beautiful turn into the last line. Great turn there from Edwina Topps-Alexander. And those are back-to-back clears. And those are back-to-back jump-offs for the Australian. And in comes Amalie Bayard-Jansen. You could actually say if she jumps a clear, that puts her en route. No! And that's the second one. And that's the first time this year that H&M Indiana has more than one fence down, and she retires. 2-time champion is Scott Brash, and the man who has won most Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix. 12 in total over his career. Brash in with Hello Jefferson. And stayed straight after, not to turn too early. Lugano Diamonds also the partner. But this is looking like a brilliant clear coming from Scott Brash. 69.97, Scott Brash. It is Christian Kukuk on Mumbai, his Beerbaum Stables breeding stallion by Diamant de Semilly. The front end always stays a little bit low to the rail, but he exactly knows where the rails are. So experienced in the meanwhile, this Mumbai. As he helps him beautifully in that line, he goes wide for an extra stride on 7, runs too deep maybe. Whoa! No, it's good. It's good. It's 71.87. And Christian Koukuk is last to go in the jump over the Longines Global Champions 2 Grand Prix of Ramatuelle Saint-Tropez. It looked there for a moment, going wide for the extra stride on 7. And there it is. Those are the standings. Abdel Said has done a great job here in Saint-Tropez, finishing 7th with just 1 time penalty. We'll have no say over the outcome of this Grand Prix. Let's have a look at what the jump, of course, looks like, built by Grégory Baudot. Those are the 6 combinations. Olivier Philipparts, Simon Delestre, Julien Epaillard, Edwina Tops-Alexander, Scott Brash and Christian Koukuk. Legend, Dexter, Donatello, Fellow, Jefferson and Mumbai. Olivier Philipparts, the only man. Great turn. Heading home for what could be his first ever win on the Longines Global Champions Tour. There comes Olivier Philipparts, legend of love, on the double clear. Delestre, twice third already here in Saint-Tropez. Dexter Fontenay, and just as quick in that turn, and leaving out a stride and taking more risk than Philipparts. Down to Longines on the downhill slope, and Simon Delestre about the time. He's quicker, 0.25, and quicker indeed than Olivier Philipparts. Julien Epaillard with Donatello Doge. Epaillard's last win. We have to go way back. We have to go back to 2019 in Doha. And gets a beautiful shot to Lugano and a better turn than Delestre. This is a better turn, and now he flies into the double. And he's exactly level with Delestre, exactly on the same time at the split. Delestre made up ground in this last part. Epaillard on the angle to Longines Global Champions Tour. And there's the finish. It's going to go down to minor seconds, mere hundreds, and it is Julien Epaillard in the end by a second. The ground that he made up in that second part of this Grand Prix is enormous, and Epaillard is on the verge of making it 3. Edwina Tops-Alexander. Opening up his stride, he looks at the Longinoxer, backs off and then takes off. Lands in 39.84, and that puts her in 4th place. All 4 have jumped double clear so far. Lots of risk to the second last, and here comes Scott Brash on Hello Jefferson. No! The time would not have stood, but the fault puts him last at the moment on 5. It's Christian Koukuk with Mumbai, the Rome Grand Prix winners. With a good turn. And he has shifted between rounds from the hackamore now to a mouthpiece. And Mumbai does not shoot out of the starting gate as he comes over Lugano Diamonds. That will put him behind on Julien Epaillard. Half a second is the difference. Now he has to start pushing. Epaillard was really fast in the second part, but it's now about the turns. He has to jump, land and accelerate to make it to Longines. There comes Christian Koukuk, 38.40. What's it gonna be? 38.40, close, but it's not. It is 38.88, second place. Julien Epaillard wins, Christian Koukuk is second, and Simon Delestre, for the 3rd time now, has to settle for 3rd place.
Julien, huge congratulations. What an amazing performance, and this is a special one with this horse for you.
Yeah, especially here, especially with this horse. Was not so good in the World Cup final. After this, we give a long break to the horse. He win the 4-star Grand Prix in Bourg-en-Bresse. He win today, so yeah, it's very nice to win here in France.
And tell us a little bit about that, because it's a fantastic venue for you to compete in.
Yeah, the horse is fantastic. The atmosphere here is amazing. Yeah, it's one of my best victories, I think.
And now you have your golden ticket to the LGCT Super Grand Prix at the Prague playoffs. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's very good news. The final of the jumpers was long for me. Waiting the other one was so dangerous rider coming. And now qualify for the Super Grand Prix in Prague, and we try to prepare this doing our best.
This is the overall standing. Van der Vleuten still leads, extends his lead on Abdel Said, who is now second. Cuckoo comes in into third. Marley Bayard Jonsson drops to fourth as it stands right now. And then the Lestre, Tops Alexander, Philippe Aerts and Asnar to complete the top 8. There they are, the top 3 on the podium. Thank you very much for joining us over these 3 days of jumping at the Côte d'Azur. But in less than a week we are back in the Stade des Hesperides, still in France, in Cannes. Roll out the red carpet, we are coming, and to you, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.